You got to tell me about the forum back in the day. What was the vibe like?
It was exactly what the 80s were all
Oh
about.
man, I walked down those hallways because we did the roast at the forum.
Oh, that's right.
So we did the roast at the forum. You walk down these, and this is my first time at the forum. So I walk down these hallways and I see all these pictures. You see the pictures of all the stars that have been there, that have played there, and there's just like an aura about the forum because you're in the parking lot of the other place, and then with the forum, it's a landmark. You walk in there. We went and saw. I just took my daughter to Billie Eilish there.
Oh,
It was
sweet.
rocking.
Yeah.
Well, like that had to be. Did that help you with your experience of learning pro ownership? All that experience that you had doing all the forum stuff and all your other leagues. Like,
Yes, it was a very important experience for me. I ran the forum for 5 years
Yeah.
in the 90s, and that I needed that experience for the position that I'm in now, because when you operate a venue, you're dealing with the unions,
People.
the people, the box office, the food and beverage, customer service, and it was a really
Security.
security. It was a really
Sanitation.
good yes. And the forum is just one of the most beautiful buildings ever built.
Yeah.
And if you notice, the forum is built halfway underground.
Yeah.
So that it's not this big behemoth that sits on top of the ground. It's beautiful to look
Sunken.
at. Yeah,
Sunken diamond.
Well, the whole thought, my dad didn't build it. Jack Kent Cook built it. And his thought was, when people walk into the building, half of them are going to walk downstairs. Like, I'm sitting in the front row.
Yeah.
I'm in the downstairs section, right? It was all marketing. And I'm glad that your daughter is a Billie Eilish fan. She's cool.
She's really cool. When we're talking about eating lunch, girls' lunches and stuff, it's a little too much for an 8-year-old, but Dad, try to be cool. We'll hit the concert. There's got to be, what's the funnest memory you have of the forum?
Oh, there's so many.
Got to be one crazy story.
You know what? It just pops in my mind.
What is it?
That, my dad was the first, owner to have the Laker girls, and people ask me, why isn't there a male dancer with the Laker girls? And the whole point that he made about having a dance squad was that when the men play, they're the center stage. When they take a break, now it's the women's turn to be center stage.
Yeah.
So it was all about equal opportunity and giving women the chance to perform in front of a huge audience. And so one of the very first Laker girls was a girl by the name of Paula Abdul. And because
Why did not tell me?
Yeah, so that's how she was discovered, because she did a lot of the choreography for the Laker girls. And at that time, Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson, all the Jacksons would come to Laker games, and they liked the way the Laker girls danced. And they hired Paula to do the choreography for their music videos. And then that led to her music career. So it's stuff like that like, it was just kind of the whole world came together for Laker games. And
It's a show.
it's Showtime.
It's like, when I went there, I didn't realize they don't even they dim all the crowd. It's like one of the
Yes.
only places that does that, because they want everything on the show. It's like the damn circuses in town or something. You get excited when
It's
you go
like
to Lakers
boxing
games.
matches.
Yes,
That's what they do. It's like, this is what everybody focus here.
And how cool is that? That story about Dr. Buss giving the girls the whole floor. This is their
Exactly.
time to shine.
Yeah.
Hey, the boys, go sit down and get some water. Let the girls get a little shine.
Exactly. That's where it's like why are and we do pay the girls to money to rehearse, to do everything. It's the teams that don't do that I think it's not fair to because girls you know, they have to sacrifice to be there, to practice, to be a Laker girl. So they should be compensated for their time. And so, but why they started canceling the girls, the women's dance teams is, I don't understand it, because it's equal time.
Yeah. I've never even thought of that. That's like such a great perspective. How hard was it to leave the Forum and go to the Staples Center?
Oh, it was awful. It was like, I remember getting in a fight with a fan who said, I don't want to drive down to downtown LA. I want my same seat at the Forum. And I said, well, you can have your same seat at the Forum, but the Lakers won't be there. Yeah. So it's like, it's like, and when the fans are upset with a building, like the hot dogs taste bad. Like they complain about everything, right? And so I recommend to everybody moving into a new arena that win a championship that first season, because then all the complaining goes away. So that, you know, of course, that's exactly what happened. Lakers had hired Phil Jackson as the coach. We had Shaq, we had Kobe. We won a championship, and the fans never looked back. Like, you know, they were worried about losing the mojo that the Forum had and that we'll never win in a new building. Well, we did, and we won 3 in a row, as a matter of fact.
That's crazy, because that's what Mr. Kraft did. Maybe you took another page out of your dad's book. What's a fun Pat Riley story when you were probably like a little kid? But how was he as a coach? Well,
you know, he really kind of backed his way into being a coach. I mean, he wanted to be a coach, but he was, you know, what happened was he was the color commentator with Chick Hearn on the broadcast. We had hired a coach who had an accident at the start of the season, so his assistant coach had to take over for him. And at that time, you only had one assistant coach.
Yeah.
This was the olden days. And they needed to fill the assistant coach spot. So Paul Westhead said, how about Pat Riley? Because he's been with the team. He's watched practice. He was at training camp. He would be a good fill-in. So Pat became the assistant coach under Westhead. We won a championship that year. But then Westhead wanted to change the offense. Magic Johnson didn't like that. Westhead was let go, and Pat Riley became the head coach. And I'll never forget, because, you know, I'd known Pat when he was, you know, just the radio guy. And I was walking down the hallway one day, and his nickname was Riles. Like, that's what you call him. I'm like, hey, Riles. He stopped me. He said, call me coach. I'm coach now. And that's when he like started slicking back his hair, you know, like he knew, like everybody knows me as this. I have to like now command respect as the coach. So everybody needs to think of me as coach. So from then on, I called him coach.
So he went Gordon Gekko from then on.
Yep.
Slick back. Is he the best dressed guy in?
Oh, it's like he was like the most handsome, best dressed. I mean, he was LA for sure.
Freaking Pat Riley, Riles.
I'm
not calling. I'm calling. No,
don't
I'm not,
do it.